Today, we're going to do a massage routine to help relax the muscles in your forehead. Why are we going to focus on the forehead if this is a channel about the voice? Well, I want you to consider something for a moment. Consider the muscles in your face and ask yourself what the purpose is of the muscles in your face. For some muscles, it's going to be pretty obvious. For example, the muscle that goes right here is important for moving your jaw. You need to move your jaw in order to eat and in order to communicate. But we have so many muscles in the face that they only serve one purpose, and that's emotional expression. Emotional expression is the main reason for several muscles in the face. Think about that for a second. So when you feel a certain emotion, your face automatically creates an expression, because when you feel a certain emotion, a certain muscle gets triggered, and that's how you get an expression on your face. People with very expressive faces, you can see this all the time. Some people have less expressive faces than others, but their muscles are still working. They're just not as exaggerated as some people's are. So let's focus on the emotions that express themselves physically in the forehead for a moment. So think about if something is stressing you out. Think about what happens to your forehead if you're really thinking about something. See how my muscles immediately go inward? I know it seems like I'm doing a face yoga video, but actually this matters. In fact, when we take formal singing lessons, your teacher will discourage you from wrinkling your forehead or squinting your eyes like this. Your teacher will encourage you to keep a very relaxed forehead while singing, and instead try to keep the expression in the eye movement, in the cheeks, and instead of tightening up the muscles here. Because why? Because like I said, if these muscles become tense, not only does a stress response or a worry response knit your muscles together in your forehead, but knitting your muscles together will create a stress response. So if you tighten up your muscles, it's going to create a stress response. And what does a stress response do to the voice? It tightens you up. So we want to try and keep a relaxed forehead as much as possible. So here's what we're going to do. Start by closing your eyes and taking a big deep breath through your nose and exhale through your mouth. We're going to do that again, but this time we're going to make more of an audible sigh. We breathe in through the nose. We do that again, mindful that our forehead is relaxed as much as possible. Then we open up our eyes. Find your reflection in a mirror or in your camera screen and notice your face. Is your face naturally tense in the forehead area? It's okay if it is, just pay attention. Our goal is to try and get it as relaxed as possible. So we're going to take our fingers and we're going to put them right in the middle. So not between my eyes, but just above my eyebrows. And I'm going to gently spread my forehead like this, pressing in and then letting go. Meet again in the middle, and I press down and I let my fingers just glide across my forehead. And I'll add another finger to try to get more surface area. Do this again a few more times and incorporate our breath, breathing in and exhale on the release. Taking our time, we breathe in and exhale on the release. One more time, we breathe in and exhale on the release. Now, right here between our eyes is a pressure point. And this pressure point is good for healing headaches and managing stress. So we're going to go ahead and press on this point. I like to use the middle finger because it is so strong, but we can also use a couple fingers if you want to add more pressure, or you can use your thumb Or sometimes I like to use both thumbs to give me, I like a lot of pressure. It really helps me out. So I'm going to put my two thumbs right here. I'm going to try to aim for the middle as much as I can. Actually, I'm just going to use, I'm going to use two thumbs, and I'm going to kind of press in and up. So I'm pressing inward and kind of doing an upward motion so that I can get a little bit more. When you do this, you should feel a sort of tingling sensation. That is the feeling of your pressure point being activated. So I like to do my thumb so that I can grab the top of my head with my fingers. And it's important to incorporate breathing. So I'm going to inhale, and on the exhale, I'm going to press. And on the inhale, I release. And the exhale, I press. Do this again one more time. Inhale, release. Exhale, press. Okay. We're going to do one more pressure point like that. This one is in the back of our head. So what you want to do is find the base of your skull. Here's the base of my skull right here. So it kind of curves a little bit right here. And then it meets right there in the middle where the base of my skull meets my spinal cord, that area. So I'm going to put two thumbs back there. And again, I'm going to use my other fingers. I've got my thumbs in that spot where I was pressing, and my fingers are grabbing my head for extra pressure. And again, we're going to breathe in, and on the exhale, we press. One more time, we breathe in. Exhale, press. Inhale, release. Exhale, press. And then we can conclude with just one more massage over the forehead. Breathing in and out. We can go up the third eye and go up and around. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. I encourage you to also practice your vocal exercises while looking in a mirror and trying to maintain a relaxed forehead as much as you can. Once you take the mirror away and you start to express yourself, don't worry about it, but spend some time, a little bit every single day, seeing if you can control these muscles to keep them nice and relaxed. Doing so sends a message to your brain that all is well and you can be relaxed. So I hope this video helped you. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like. If you are not already subscribing, please do. Leave a comment with your thoughts, how this made you feel, and don't forget to share it with anybody who you think might appreciate it. So as always, thank you for being here. Remember to keep going because the world needs your unique voice. See you in the next video.